Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity for me to present my research. So my name is Kinara Devi, and I will be presenting about this GoPay helps customers in obtaining product discounts as a form of e-wallet. So I will begin with the introduction. So financial technology, consisted of digital payment as one of the examples, is targeted to enhance customers' convenience in doing daily transactions, whether to online or offline sellers. Several factors have contributed to its rise, such as the increasing use of gadgets, number of shops going online, seamless payment systems, and the integrated service providers. In Indonesia, the use of e-wallet as a purchasing method has constantly grown, especially in this pandemic era. People prefer to shop online to reduce physical contact with the seller. Even when they choose to shop at offline stores, some customers still prefer to transact cashless to minimize contact. This situation gives opportunities for digital wallet providers to gain customer loyalty. GoPay, a part of the Gojek Super App suite, is the most widely used digital payment system in Indonesia. More than 900,000 companies accept GoPay, allowing customers to conduct transactions directly from their mobile devices. GoPay has recently introduced a number of product promotions programs that use digital payments as the method of exchange. This can take the shape of accommodation discounts, cashbacks on food and drinks, or saving on purchasing GoRide, one of the services offered by Gojek, that is the primary provider of the GoPay program. So these are the research questions and objectives that I developed. The first one is, how does convenience affect the usage of digital payments in purchasing discounts and cashbacks, with the objective of giving an understanding of the customer's usage of digital payments affected by their convenience. The second is, how does customers' perspective on the importance of security affect the usage of digital payments, with the objectives of give information about the security importance from the customer's perspective that impacted their digital payment usage. And the last one is, does discounts and cashbacks correlate with the customer's continuous motive to use e-wallet? With the objectives of this research will disclose the intention of customers to continuously use e-wallet due to discounts and cashbacks. The next one is the theoretical foundation. So the technology acceptance model, or TAM, serves as the theoretical foundation for financial technology analysis. Perceived value, perceived ease of use, and perceived risk are all included. According to research conducted at a college in Malaysia, perceived use and perceived risk are associated to the intention to use an e-wallet. Another study that was done to determine the effects of marketing on interest in e-wallet adoption highlights the impact of promotional incentives as well as the advantages and perceived simplicity of usage. The findings support the notion that marketing, utility, and convenience of use have a favorable influence on the motivation for e-wallet adoption. This has further demonstrated the national non-cash movement's government program's achievement of a cashless society ecology. And hypotheses developed from the literature reviews are: e-wallets ease of use affect customers in obtaining promoted products, e-wallet security affected customers to use it in obtaining promoted products, and customer satisfaction affect the intention to continuously use e-wallet in obtaining promoted products. The next one is the research method. So, regression analysis is a statistical technique for determining the relationship between variables that have a cause and effect relationship. The main purpose for univariate regression is to examine the relationship between a dependent variable and a single independent variable and to formulate an equation for their linear relationship. Regression models with one dependent variable and numerous independent variables are referred to as multilinear regression models. The hypothesis testing approach, multiple linear regression, is based on the hypothesis developed before. The data from this research study will be analyzed using the formula below, with the Y of positive impacts of digital payment on obtaining promotion, X1 of e-wallet's ease of use, X2 of e-wallet security, and X3 of customer satisfaction. In order to draw a conclusion, the hypothesis is disproved when alpha is more than 0.5, and it is accepted when the alpha is less than 0.5. And additionally, a study on the descriptive analytics will be done. And the next one is the findings. So after distributing questionnaires for around 100 respondents, I will be explaining about the sample profile first. So some demographic questions are asked in the survey in order to better understand GoPay users in Indonesia. and more than 50% of respondents are between the ages of 21 and 23, followed by more than 26% between the ages of 24 and 26, more than 13% between the ages of 18 and 20, and the remaining aging of 27 to 35. And this demonstrates that the majority of respondents are Gen Z category. And the next one will be the descriptive statistic analytics. So the researcher uses SPSS to conduct a descriptive statistic analytics to acquire a broad picture of the survey results. Here, a clear comprehension on the sample replies is demonstrated. A number of questions are asked regarding the usage of GoPay, product marketing, is security, and happiness of GoPay users. And because the responses to these questions are to be submitted on a Likert scale, the results are on a scale from 1 to 5. And this provides a summary of the sample's average scale selection. So the first one is the mean for GoPay usage is comparatively low with a score of not far from 2. It is clear that respondents are not accustomed to using GoPay as their primary method of making daily payments. This could be because they are still using cash payments or other digital payments providers. And the author will then examine how frequently respondents use product advertising as a result, with the mean of 2.75 demonstrate that respondents typically do not receive product promotions while using GoPay as a method of payment. The data is trustworthy because the standard deviation is not as high as it was in the first question. The third one, a large majority of respondents feel that using GoPay to buy promoted goods is convenient. With a mean score of 4.22, respondents believe that GoPay's simplicity of use helps consumers to get advantages from product promotions. Fourth one, a question concerning the security of GoPay's data encryption is posed. This speaks to GoPay's capacity of safeguarding consumer information and preventing potential hacking issues. And the outcome is even better than the answer to the practical question. So the respondents believe that GoPay has a sufficiently safe customer data encryption as indicated by the mean of 4.3. The fifth one is the respondents' perceptions of the security of GoPay's fund storage. And this is a reference to their belief that storing their money in a digital wallet will prevent theft, loss, etc. With the mean score is quite even high, even though it is lower than the third and fourth questions, with the score of mean of 4.09, indicates that respondents' perception of fund storage security are very high. This demonstrates that respondents have confidence in the security of the GoPay system. And the customer's pleasure with their e-wallet when purchasing promoted products is the last and final factor. Customers agree to have great satisfaction with GoPay as one of the e-wallet providers, as shown by the mean score of 4.41. Since the standard deviation is the same as that in the fifth question, the information is accurate. The next one is the regression analysis. So the researcher used SPSS to conduct a regression analysis test in accordance with the explanation on chapter 3, that is research methodology. And the researcher included a total of 4 independent variables because entering just one caused the R-squared to be insufficient. So the first table is the R-square and the standard error of estimate. And it can be concluded that all independent variables combined could explain the dependent variable by 70.8%, indicated by the R-square value of 0.708. And it is proven that GoPay's convenience, GoPay security, GoPay customer satisfaction combined affected customers' usage of GoPay to earn product promotions. And the second table, we could see the significant value. So with the significant value of less than 0.001 or less than 0.05, all the hypotheses combined is supported. So this means that the data is very significant statistically. So the next one is the conclusion. So in the end, these three factors, that is ease of use, security, and satisfaction, give GoPay a good impact on customers' ability to purchase marketed products, but only when they are used concurrently. Three independent factors acting independently have an adverse effect on the dependent variable. As a result, companies might increase the security of their e-wallets while also increasing their convenience, which would ultimately lead to satisfied customers. Last but not least, this will improve client access to e-wallets for purchasing promoted goods, increasing sales and also revenue. And the next one is the limitations. So the researcher found many limitations doing the research. So the first is the survey's first constraint was its small sample size. So future researchers are advised to get larger sample sizes in order to better comprehend the data and address this issue. So the second one is the researchers' independent factors are insufficient to account for the dependent variable. Each independent variable could only account for less than 50% of the variance in the dependent variable, as was evident from the previous regression analysis. So this indicates that the dependent variable is influenced by other independent factors. So future researchers should delve more deeply into the literature review, and other independent variables could be deduced in this manner. And lastly, the survey questionnaire used is not in-depth enough. As a result, customers' motivations for using GoPay become unclear. So a concise and well-organized survey must be created in order to be used in future investigations. It will aid in improving response quality from respondents as well as more data gathering. So that's all from me. Thank you for your time and good morning.